Okay, in my first ever how-to video, so let's give me some grace here since I won't get to hang out with you now until before we go. I wanted to show you about the espresso machine and how to make coffee real quick. So it is set to come on at an ungodly hour in the morning and shut off at 10:30, and that's all through this guy back here. If you ever need to turn it on or off manually, just push the button right there. But other than that, it'll come on and off on its own, which is great because that way when you get up, you can have some hot coffee. This is the coffee warming area. So this cup area here, it all gets pretty warm. So I would just keep cups up there. It's kind of nice when you go to have some coffee that it's warm. Here is the filler. There's a max level line. Here is a new Brita pitcher that we've been using now to put filtered water in there. So pretty straightforward. It actually holds a surprising amount of water and doesn't go through a ton. So you shouldn't have to screw with that too often. Anyway, so basic overview here. This is the steam wand. Don't know that you'll use that. We don't have any milk, but if you get some, yeah. Anyway, this is the hot water dispenser. So if you're going to make regular coffee, you would end up using this to finish that off. This is the shot dispenser, portafilter. You need to have this, and then of course the pretty little tamper. So not as intimidating as you might think. Don't need to mess with the grinder settings. Everything should be okay there. There is a little button back here that this pushes against. And what you'll do is you'll just rest this on this little fork here. You'll rest it and then push it back against here and it'll start dispensing. I usually get a little bit in here, maybe about halfway. You'll see there's an indentation around the inside of the portafilter there. I'll just put in a little bit and then just shake it back and forth to level it out and then finish it off. Now, to know how much to put in here, I just line aside it and look and say, okay, it's full enough that it's not gonna quite start dropping coffee off the sides of the portafilter, but it's kind of heaped up in the middle, because then over here, I'm gonna just shake it to where it's level across the top of here. And this is how I like to lay it on this. It just works out to be a nice, handy little, oh boy. Holder. Okay, and if you do that, you can just add some more coffee. Okay, this is not easy to do one-handed. So I would dust the coffee off the sides here, which I'm going to do real quick. Not as big of a deal if you're, again, if you've got both hands going. And then I really have to have both hands for this part. So I'm gonna, how can I do this? Sorry. Didn't plan very well for that part of it. Maybe this will capture it. So I hold the portafilter handle with my left hand. Hold this like this. So just the handle's up in your hand and then your finger and your thumb are kind of down here on top of the metal part. And then just put it in here. And I just give it a good amount of pressure pushing down, and then I just give it kind of a little rotation at the end. Once I'm done with that, I'll kind of wipe off this top lip, just set it, and then just spin it. And that polishes off to make sure you've got a smooth surface on the top of the coffee. Okay, I'll pick up this camera again. I really hope that caught all that. All right, now, again, making sure that this thing is cleaned off. It goes just up like this and then lock it into place. Once you're done with that, you're gonna get your cup, put it down here, and then pull this lever up. This display over here right now is showing us the temperature. So the water's 256, 255 is right where we want it. So you'll notice the red light comes on every once in a while to show you that it's heating. If this blue light ever comes on back here above that, above this gauge, that means that the water's low. Anyway, and then just pull up on this lever here, and then You notice now this is a counting timer. Once that gets to about 32 seconds, then we'll shut this back off. So you haven't been able to see any of the coffee making part. And then just close that. Now, there's your espresso shot. And all we need to do is add hot water to that. You can add as much or as little hot water as you want, depending on how strong you want the coffee. These are smaller cups, so I wouldn't be able to put quite as much water in there anyway. I usually find in a standard coffee cup that if I do a shot like this, that it would be good to then fill it with water until it's about more than 3/4 full overall, but maybe not quite full. You'll figure it out. You can make a couple of cups and see if you want it stronger or weaker. Then just twist that to the left, drop it, and then the knock box here, you usually have to hit it twice. Oh, actually it came out, the puck did in one. And then just rinse this out to get the coffee chunks out, and you're basically done. You could do this one more time just to flush the brew head out of, see how there's a little bit of coffee grossness there. And then that's it, literally. And like I say, it'll shut itself off. You don't have to worry about that. When the water comes out of here, it's quite a bit of steam. So I'm gonna do it this way, even though this is a little messier because I'm used to holding the cup up, but just grab your handle here. And there you go. So hopefully that's helpful. Again, so more coffee should be delivered early next week from Water Street. So more beans. So I know it's getting a little low here, and hopefully those beans will actually get here even before you come over. But anyway, I hope that's helpful. This tray, to empty it, lift, and just it slides back out of here. And then yeah, you can just dump it out if it starts to get kind of full, and to keep it from getting gross. But yeah, that's it. So hopefully it's helpful. Thanks again. Love you. Bye.